Let me ask you something. What if everything you were told about staying hydrated was only half the story? You have been drinking your 8 glasses a day. You have been doing what every doctor, every health article, every well meaning friend told you to do. And yet, somewhere after 50, something quietly stopped working the way it used to. Mornings feel heavier. Your energy does not arrive the way it once did. Your circulation feels sluggish. And no matter how much water you drink, your body still feels like it is running on empty. Here's the part nobody tells you: the water is not the problem. What is missing from it is, my name is Dr. Reena. I am a board certified urologist with over a decade of experience working specifically with men over 50. And today I want to share something that changed the lives of many of the men who came into my clinic feeling exactly the way you might be feeling right now. It is not a drug. It is not a complicated protocol. It is 4 minerals. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly which ones, why your body is starving for them, and how to add them to a single glass of water each day. Stay with me, because the third mineral is the one most men never connect to: high blood pressure and low energy, and it might be the most important thing you hear all year. So let us start with a question that sounds strange, but is completely true. Is it possible to be hydrated and dehydrated at the same time? The answer is yes, and after 50, it happens constantly. Here is why. As your body ages, your kidneys gradually lose their ability to hold on to minerals. Your digestive system slows down its absorption. And perhaps most importantly, your internal thirst signal, that built-in alarm that tells you to drink, becomes less reliable. You can consume a full day of water and still have cells that are not receiving what they need. They are surrounded by fluid but cannot use it. Think of it like a car with a full gas tank but a dead battery. The fuel is there, the engine just cannot fire. That is because water is only one part of the equation. The other part is the electrical system that tells your cells how to use it, and that system runs entirely on minerals. Here is where blood flow comes in, and this matters more than most men realize. Your blood vessels are wrapped in smooth muscle. For blood to move freely, that muscle needs to relax and open wide. When the right minerals are present, it does that effortlessly. When they are not, the vessels stay slightly constricted, like a hose with a kink in it. Pressure builds, flow drops, and the effects of that reduced circulation show up everywhere: in your energy, your focus, and yes, in the parts of men's health that men care about most but rarely bring up with their doctor. So let us talk about the 4 minerals that fix this. The first is magnesium, and if I could hand every man over 51 piece of knowledge, it would be this. Magnesium is the signal that tells your blood vessel walls to let go. Your arteries are surrounded by muscle, and calcium is what makes muscle contract. Magnesium is what makes it release. Without enough magnesium, calcium runs unchecked, and your artery walls stay in a low-level state of constant tension. Blood flow is reduced around the clock every single day. Studies consistently show the majority of men over 50 are deficient in magnesium, and most of them have no idea because the symptoms are easy to explain away. Background anxiety that never fully lifts, sleep that does not feel restorative, a kind of physical tension your body has forgotten how to release. Many men have been living with this for so long they have simply accepted it as who they are. It is not who they are. It is a mineral deficiency. Magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate powder dissolves easily in water. Half a teaspoon in your morning glass is where most men start, and within 2 to 3 weeks, they notice the difference without being told what to look for. The second mineral is sodium, and I need you to hold on before you skip past this one. The sodium in processed food is genuinely harmful, and that association is well earned. But sodium itself, in its natural unrefined form, is absolutely essential to how your cells work. Here is the biology. Sodium controls the electrical charge across every cell membrane in your body. That charge is what allows water to actually enter your cells, what lets nutrients pass through, what makes nerve signals fire. Without adequate sodium, water moves through your body without being absorbed where it counts. You drink consistently and still feel flat and dry. That is not a hydration problem. That is a sodium problem. A small pinch of pink Himalayan salt or unrefined sea salt, just the amount you would pinch between 2 fingers, added to your morning water is enough to change that. Men who make this simple shift often describe the feeling as finally feeling solid again, like their body stopped letting its strength drain away. The third mineral is potassium, and this is the one I promised would surprise you. Potassium and sodium work as a team across every cell in your body. Together, they regulate your heartbeat, fire your nerve signals, and control how flexible and responsive your blood vessels are throughout the day. When potassium is low, and it often is in men over 50, arteries stiffen. They lose their natural elasticity. Your heart, which is designed to work in rhythm with vessels that expand and contract easily, now has to push harder against resistance. Blood pressure rises quietly, without symptoms, without warning, until it cannot be ignored. And long before it shows up in a blood pressure reading, it shows up as that particular kind of fatigue where you feel exhausted but cannot quite rest, wired and depleted at the same time. Restoring potassium is one of the fastest ways to dissolve exactly that feeling. A half scoop of a low-sugar, potassium-rich electrolyte powder in your evening water after dinner or after any physical activity supports cardiovascular recovery through the night when your body does most of its repair work. The fourth mineral is zinc, and this is where everything connects to the conversation that matters most. Zinc is the mineral most directly tied to testosterone production in men. It does not just influence how much testosterone your body makes. It also determines how well your body can actually use the testosterone it produces. When zinc is deficient, both sides of that equation suffer. The symptoms are not subtle once you know what to look for. Fatigue that persists no matter how much you sleep, a flatness in your motivation and drive that did not used to be there, reduced desire, mental fog, a feeling of being slightly less present, less sharp, less like yourself. Most men who come to me with those symptoms have been told it is just aging. In many cases, it is zinc. Zinc also supports prostate health directly, which after 50 becomes increasingly relevant. Liquid zinc drops absorb significantly better than tablets for men whose digestive absorption has declined with age. A few drops in your midday glass of water is a habit that takes no effort and builds results over 2 to 3 weeks of consistency. Now, here is how to put all of this together in a way that actually fits your life. In the morning, fill a large glass of water and add half a teaspoon of magnesium glycinate powder along with a small pinch of pink Himalayan salt. Drink it slowly before your coffee. This primes your blood vessels to open, releases the physical tension your body has been holding, and gives your energy a clear path to move. At midday, add a few drops of liquid zinc to your water around lunchtime. This supports testosterone balance, immune function, and that second wind energy most men over 50 notice fading in the afternoon. In the evening, mix half a scoop of a low-sugar potassium electrolyte powder into your water after dinner. This restores the mineral balance your body used up during the day and supports the cardiovascular repair that happens while you sleep. 3 steps. Less than 5 minutes across an entire day. And if you commit to doing this for 21 days, you will not need me to tell you it is working. You will feel it. I want to leave you with something I have seen again and again in my clinic. Men who had genuinely started to believe their best years were already behind them. Men who were doing everything right on paper and still feeling like they were running at half capacity. In case after case, the missing piece was not a prescription. It was this: specific minerals their bodies had slowly become depleted of, replaced simply and consistently, one glass of water at a time. Your body is not broken. It is not betraying you. It is asking for something very specific, and now you know exactly what that is. The potential you had at 50, at 60, at 70 is higher than exhaustion, and poor circulation have been letting you experience. Your cells are still there. They are still listening. Give them what they need. If this gave you something useful today, hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe so you never miss a conversation like this one. And tell me in the comments, which of these 4 minerals are you starting with? I read everyone.